Look what we have here. It's a 1934 Plymouth salt flat tribute car. This is a cool piece. This is an attention getter. You can drive this car. It's sitting on a Roadster Shop chassis. Under the hood is a dual quad Hemi. It's all hooked up to a turbo 400 automatic. A lot of great features I'm going to tell you about on this car. Go to volocars.com if you want to see 200 classic cars for sale. Each one will have a price tag, including this one, and a monthly payment. But for right now, join me. Let's go for a spin. So the gentleman that restored the car, we've known him for decades. He restores a lot of our museum pieces, the kiddie rides, pedal cars, a lot of creative things. He's even brought us to our museum. He does cars, obviously, but everything he does is creative. He doesn't do the run-of-the-mill Mustang or Camaro. You never know what he's going to surprise us with next. This is a salt flat tribute car. This is what a car running on the salt flat would have looked like back in the day. On the salt flat, it's all about top end speed. It's not a drag race. It's not a oval course. It's how fast can you go top end. So anyway, it's all steel 34 Plymouth. They call it a long nose. It's longer than the typical car back in the day. It's all louvered. The trunk is louvered. The body work is all clean and straight. Just because it has the satin paint, don't think this is some old beat up car. This body work is outstanding. Top is chopped. The roof is louvered. Has these covers down here over the frame. They are louvered. Even the hinges were made aerodynamic. They're kind of filled in. Door handles were eliminated. There's no windows. You reach in and open the door. It does still have the original open windshield that swings out. Louvered hood. 34 Plymouth grill. The emblem right here, front and center. BLC headlamps. There's some vintage headlamps. Has these custom doors that open on the side. They all move in and out like that. They close completely. You open the hood with an Allen wrench tool, which we will do in a little bit. So again, body work is excellent. I know you're not here to see it, but it's all clean, smooth, straight, no rust, no damage. All the lines are nice. It is a special paint. It's not just, some regular old paint. It's a special paint to give it that satin look. I airbrushed some details on there just to make it look weathered, worn, patina. I did a great job. And then, of course, it has the custom old school pinstriping. Nice tail lights with kind of that spider web over the top of the lenses. It has a Bonneville National Speed Week license plate frame. Pinstripe. Earl's Speed Shop, that's painted on. That's really cool. Number 34, the car is a 1934, and it has that gold leaf style look, black, red pinstripe. Looks like it's going fast. All very cool stuff. So why don't we open it up? We're going to open the hood, the trunk, show you the interior, and then we'll be talking about what's underneath the car, which is really impressive. So inside the trunk, aluminum panels, lightweight, has a dynamat on the floor, custom, probably aluminum or stainless fuel tank, battery box with the battery. This opens, there's an Allen wrench that goes with the car, just one twist, and that opened up the trunk. Has the prop rod to hold it there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the bell icon. You'll be notified when the new videos are posted. And you know what? I forgot to talk about the tires and wheels. The tall tires, that would be typical because you want that high-end speed. These are reproduction Excelsior tires, but they're actually radials. Has the Plymouth hubcaps, painted rim, pinstriped. Has a little red crown on the cap there. It's a lot of neat little details. Suicide doors, so they open from the front. custom made stainless door panels. He made those himself. He's a real craftsman. Old school removable steering wheel. Give me a second. That pops right off. A lot of race cars have that. Machine turned instrument panel with a full set of Stewart Warner gauges. His turn signal indicators. Another machine turn panel with the switches here for ignition and fuel pump. Even has a 12-volt receptacle. Charge your phone. The Plymouth glove box door, that seems to be permanently shut. I don't know if you can get the camera to look underneath there, but it's all rewired. Has a push-in fuse panel. And then a vintage style tachometer, even has a little pinstriping on it. The vintage style turn signals, they are functional, they do work. All carpeted. You want to check the dipstick or the fluid on the transmission? There you go, right there. You don't have to get out of the car. It has a low car automatic shifter, so that's easy to use. The seat is actually genuine leather upholstery. It has seat belts. It's actually pretty comfortable. You can't be much taller than I am at 6 foot. And then the entire inside is upholstered. You might have noticed, there's two poles here in the front. This is a roll cage. It actually goes up under the headliner and down, but there is a roll cage in here. And then I think this gas pedal is worth pointing out. This looks pretty cool. Looks vintage race car type stuff. And then the steering all the way up. And it all looks like cool stuff. All right, let's go check out that Hemi engine. While I try and put the steering wheel back on. Oh yeah, of course it pops right on when the camera's not looking. Go to our website too. We always get this really cool stuff. So that's a vintage Hemi 354, completely rebuilt. It's a street build. You can drive the car, runs on premium pump gas. On top, it does have dual Edelbrock carbs sitting on a Y-end aluminum intake. Old school type air cleaners. Look at the big Chrysler Firepower valve cover over the Hemi heads. Has a custom aluminum piece here. That's the antifreeze flows through on up to the new radiator. Custom shroud. Aluminum water pump. All right, Michael's going to take you for a ride, and I talked to him earlier today. He's dying to drive this car. He said ever since he's seen it, he can't wait. These side panels will come off as well with the 4 screws. There's 2 screws on the hood. The other side opens up also. All right, we'll see you back in a few minutes. As a Roadster Shop chassis, they're the premium chassis builders. $35,000 was spent underneath this car. So it's a nice smooth frame, tubular supports in the middle. Up front is a Speedway chrome front end kit. You can see it has chrome Pete and Jake shocks, drop axle drilled, transverse spring. All of that is chrome. That's some nice braided wires going up to the headlights. It has braided brake hose that goes right into the frame, disc brakes up front, drum and back, uh, chrome trailing arms here, all the chrome tubular steering. In back is a 4-link system with tubular control arms, coil over adjustable gas shocks. Has a custom made exhaust, custom exhaust manifolds. It's all 2.5 inch, has stainless steel MagnaFlow mufflers. It has removable dumps. Right up front, you crawl under there and 3 bolts. You open up the dumps and that gets you more horsepower going down the salt flats. It's a Carrera rear coilover suspension. The fuel system is a Holley red pump fuel system. I also noticed underneath there, there's 2 oil filters. So it has remote oil filters, 2 of them, not just one. The underbody is all clean metal. It's been chip guard painted. I don't know if I mentioned it's power brakes. There is a power brake booster underneath there. So an automatic power disc brakes. This is a car you can drive. You're not going to take it on a long distance vacation, but run into the cruise nights and around town and get an ice cream. This thing is going to steal the show. It's going to grab attention anywhere you go. If you like to be different, you want a really cool, nostalgic piece. Salt flat cars are pretty popular right now. Go to volocars.com. You can talk to the salesman. They'll help get your Plymouth delivered to your driveway and help with financing if needed. Thanks for watching.